This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Wednesday, July 1st. Another hot one on the way today with a mix of sun and clouds and a high of 98 expected. Clear tonight with a low of 78. Here are today's headlines. Dallas officials are furloughing most city employees for 3 days to address a more than $30 million budget shortfall. Law enforcement and certain service employees are exempt from the furlough. Most city employees will have to take mandatory leave without pay on July 10th, September 4th, and September 28th. They cannot take sick leave or vacation time instead. Executives at or above the assistant director level are also required to take 2 additional furlough days before September 16th. Several employees told the Dallas Morning News they were confused by the timing of the announcement. Department heads were notified of the decision around 10 a.m. and had to tell their employees not long before city officials sent a news release. That gives city staff a little more than a week to prepare for the first furlough day. Services like libraries, homeless outreach, and code compliance offices will be closed. Furloughs will save the city about $5 million. In other news, a divided Supreme Court on Tuesday upheld a broad conception of birthright citizenship, rejecting President Donald Trump's executive order declaring that children born to people who are in the United States illegally or temporarily are not American citizens. By a 6-3 vote, the court struck down Trump's order. A bare majority of 5 justices, in an opinion written by Chief Justice John Roberts, held that the long-settled understanding of the 14th Amendment, adopted after the Civil War, makes a citizen of anyone born in the country, with very limited exceptions. A 6th Justice, Brett Kavanaugh, disagreed about the constitutional ruling, but pointed to a federal law that he said broadly conveys birthright citizenship. Justices Samuel Alito, Neil Gorsuch, and Clarence Thomas would have upheld Trump's proposed restrictions. Next up, Avelo Airlines will initially offer nonstop flights from McKinney National Airport to 5 leisure destinations starting later this year, the Houston-based budget carrier announced on Tuesday. Avelo's first flight from McKinney will depart on Wednesday, November 11th, Veterans Day, bound for Southwest Florida International Airport in Fort Myers. The following day, on the 12th, Avelo will begin flights to Las Vegas's Harry Reid International and Orlando International Airport. On November 19th, Avelo plans to launch service between McKinney and Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport and Tampa International Airport. The flights will serve as a litmus test for Avelo's expanded product in North Texas and the appetite for the region's 3rd commercial airport, an expansion that has been controversial. Avelo currently offers just 1 flight from DFW International Airport, and it's to New Haven, Connecticut. Avelo will compete with North Texas giants Southwest Airlines, which is based at Love Field, and Fort Worth carrier American Airlines on all 5 routes. And Masai Ujiri and Mike Schmitz will pivot their focus to free agency after last week's surprise coaching hire of Dusty May and an even more shocking NBA draft, one that led to the addition of 4 new Dallas Mavericks. Dallas is projected to have access to the non-tax mid-level exception that is worth $15.1 million and the $5.4 million biannual exception. Teams may begin negotiating with free agents Tuesday at 5 p.m. Among the players the Mavericks could target in free agency are Denver's Bruce Brown, LA Clipper John Collins, Detroit's Javonte Green, Chicago's Collin Sexton, and Anfernee Simons. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.